I have been blind since birth. I was diagnosed at 3 with retinitis pigmentosa.
For Gary Bergman, a cane was the only way he could navigate the tumultuous, everyday world of New York City without sight.
I would always have to be continuously focused on what was around me. What I was grazing against with my arms, that really wears you down over time.
Gary's wife, Elaine, saw the toll it was taking.
Gary would come home and he'd lie down or put a, eye pillow on his face or something to kind of let the stress of the city, the tension of having to navigate the city, let it get out of him.
Gary and Elaine had discussed a guide dog, but Gary was afraid a dog might take control of his life out of his hands. Then one day, it hit him, literally.
So I'm coming home from work. Scaffolding had gone up while I was gone. I smacked head on into a pole. I come home with my injury, and my wife says, "You probably wouldn't run into things if you had a dog."
This is Vasco, Gary's guiding eyes dog.
I also like thinking of him as Vasco da Gama because he is an explorer. And now that we're a team, we're explorers.
Guiding eyes dogs like Vasco have opened up a whole new world for thousands of blind people like Gary. And with the blind population in the U.S. expected to double by the year 2020, the demand for these canine explorers will increase as well.
Vasco has offered me a level of independence that I have never experienced in my life. I am more energetic and more excited simply for the fact that I can worry less about what is around me and enjoy more the journey of where I'm going.
The first time I saw Gary and Vasco together was amazing. His whole body was relaxed, his spirit was relaxed. It was beautiful to see.
Walking with Vasco is like flying.
This is where Vasco was born, at the Guiding Eyes for the Blind Canine Development Center, where dogs are bred and trained to offer freedom and dignity to the visually impaired. At 6 weeks, the puppies are introduced to local volunteers who take them home for a few days to help develop their social skills. At about this time, the puppies are evaluated to see if they have the temperament they'll need to be a guide dog.
Image!
At 8 weeks, Guiding Eyes dogs are placed with volunteer puppy raisers like Kelly, the volunteer who raised Vasco for 16 months.
Vasco is such an amazing animal. A large reason for that is Kelly. She set the groundwork for his future training at Guiding Eyes.
Socialization is a huge thing. Getting them to new places and used to all different things because that's what they'll be doing as a guide.
Good, Sid.
Also, building a relationship with the dog so they trust you.
Good girl.
I'd always imagined that it would be an awesome thing to do and a way to give back to somebody. I've grown so much raising these dogs, and it just takes patience, love, and a lot of hard work, but it's definitely worth it.
After spending 16 months with a puppy raiser, the dogs return to the Guiding Eyes facility for at least 4 months of training with a professional instructor. As the dogs are trained and evaluated, Guiding Eyes evaluates potential recipients like Gary to create the ideal team.
They want to see how you move, how you travel, how you live, because that's the information they're going to use when you actually show up for the training.
Finally, after 2 years of preparation for their special calling, it's time for the guide dog to meet its new owner.
But he's slowing down because it's narrow in here.
Good boy.
The first time I worked with Vasco, it was like being shot out of a cannon. To move not only so quickly, but fluidly.
There you go. Now you've given him room.
For 26 days, Gary and other students from around the country trained with their dogs to create a team with a relationship of mutual trust.
Good boy.
Good job.
Every single person at the Guiding Eyes facility, they love what they do, and they care about what you're going through and why you're there.
Since 1954, Guiding Eyes for the Blind has placed more than 6,000 guide dogs like Vasco with people like Gary all over the world. It costs more than $45,000 to breed, raise, and train each dog, but the services are completely free to the blind. Guiding Eyes can carry out its mission only through its network of volunteers and the generous support of individuals, corporations, foundations, and civic organizations.
Every aspect of life, of how I move, of where I go, how I do things, has all changed, and it's all changed positively to where the quality of my life is better.
Bosco has made a huge difference in Gary's life. Now he comes home and he's just carrying his stride the same as ever and goes on with his life. It's wonderful.
I think Vasco helped me as much as I helped him. He made me learn really good lessons that I could love somebody so much and help them grow so much and then let them go to do what they were meant to do.
I am the recipient of an incredibly profound gift. Vasco is a gift with 4 legs.
You can help make a gift like this possible. Contact Guiding Eyes for the Blind to find out how.